Hey guys, I want to show you a few things on manual cameras. Now, a couple things. One, there's a sheet of instructions that goes with this. You should print that out and have it handy because it's going to help a lot, and I'm not going to talk about all of that detail. In the video, I'm just going to show you how to make adjustments to manual settings. Second, if you have a DSLR camera, it's best if you have that handy in your hand. It'll make a lot more sense when you do that. So while you watch the video, have that sheet of paper handy and also have your SLR camera handy. So I'm going to show you a few things that you're going to touch again and again on the camera that I want you to be aware of. So first, on your SLR camera, find the wheel on top, and I want to make sure that you have that wheel set to M, which is manual settings. A couple other things on the top. Look for a button that says ISO. Could be on the back, it could be on the top. On this camera, which is like the ones you'll check out here, it's on top. And then there's a wheel up here, a finger wheel, right up front. We're going to turn this wheel a lot coming up in a minute. So manual settings on this wheel, find the ISO button, and then find this wheel that you're going to turn to make adjustments. On the back of the camera, look for the AV button. It's right here. You're going to use that AV button to make adjustments. So you'll see on the sheet that I talked about that you're going to make 3 settings to a camera: ISO, f-stop, and shutter speed. I call it ifs, like no ifs, ands, or buts, IFS. First thing you're going to set is ISO. So I'm going to fire this up, and I'm going to push this ISO button, and I'm going to set the ISO. Now, ISO, I describe on the sheet, you just have to know. So what I'm going to do is, we have middle, medium, light. So I'm going to set the ISO for about 400, and I'm going to set it for that. So I push the ISO button. I can turn this wheel in front that I showed you, and turning that wheel lets me adjust ISO. Once I get it where I like it, I just hit set on the back. I've set the ISO. Second setting is hold that AV button I told you about. So there's the AV button. I'm going to hold that down, and I'm going to turn this wheel, and that's going to change my f-stop. And so you see here where it says f3.5, that's going to change. That's my f-stop, which is how big the aperture opens in the lens. I want that as low as I can get it. So I'm going to hold this AV button, and I'm going to turn this wheel to the left, and I'm going to set it for a low f-stop. So I've set my ISO and my f-stop. The last thing I'm going to set is shutter speed. And to set shutter speed, I have to use the light meter, which is right here. This line here that goes from -3 to 3 is a light meter. When I start to push the shutter button, you'll see a little line come up on the meter. There's the line. It's just below -1. That means the camera's set a little bit dark for the current lighting conditions. So I'm going to turn the wheel one more time. Hear me turning the wheel, and you see that line moving? I'm changing the shutter speed. That's the last setting. So we've set ISO, we've set f-stop, and if I half push that shutter button, my light meter comes up. I turn my shutter speed wheel to set the shutter speed until that's in the middle, and now my light is set just right. And that's all manual settings are, setting those 3 things: ISO, f-stop, and shutter speed for taking a photo. By the way, you want to check that meter, that light meter, and adjust your shutter speed before every single photo. So again, look at that sheet of paper. I have the instructions. Get your SLR camera in hand and watch this video again, and it'll make more sense. I hope that works for you.